they won't want to see as much. But if it was flashy, and what we mean by flash, there's a product called Macromedia Flash that will actually animate a lot of music and pictures, and will allow you to do a lot with a little bit of space that takes to download over the internet.
And of course what you said is that with the technology that we find among many African Americans and others who are part of this other side of the digital divide, they don't have the technology or the skills to be able to take advantage of what might be found on a site dealing with as NashvilleBlack.com.
Yeah, mainly the technology. You know, like I said, most computers I look at, you know, over at my mother's house, they have a 160 megahertz computer. Okay, and you know, I recently just upgraded at the end of the year. I just first of the year rather, I just upgraded to a gigahertz, gigahertz computer. So you know, you have to be careful when, as a webmaster. I feel I have to be very careful on how I design my websites. I want it to be interactive. I have some type of, I have some flash or some gizmos and animations on there, but for the most part I try to keep it simple because I know I want my website to upload to everyone's computer.
And when you think about the computer services and everything, you know it goes very fast. We like to look at it and say it's almost as if it's a dog's life where you got 7 years equal 1 year. But it goes just that fast, and people try to hold on to these computers forever and then say, come fix my computer. And you look at it and you say it's going to take more to fix it than it will to go ahead and buy a new computer.
That's right.
And you won't have as much headache as well. So you need to really look at the computer as something that's going to change quite a few times within 2 years.
You know, I think that's quite interesting in the sense that when we generally think of the digital divide, we think of the absence of computers in a home. But what the two of you are saying is that in many of the homes where computers might be present, the computers are so old and outmoded, you see, that for all practical purposes, in terms of the ability to be able to deal with what the two of you as webmasters might be able to produce, they're way away from that, and it's almost as if they didn't have a computer at all if they've got... Is that what we're saying? Which makes it worse in a real sense than it really is. I mean, we thought of at first, because this means that even when a person has a computer counted in his or her home, you see, and we say that this X number have, some of those computers are so old for all practical purposes, they might as well not. And so how do we deal with that?
Well, we're working on a program now that we're trying to enhance the software and the hardware needs in the community. So it's just going to take a collective effort with the community. We're going to have to come together, like you said, and let's get educated, and let's come to grips that, yes, you're going to need a computer in the future, because that's, like you said, digital. You got digital cameras, you got digital TV. I mean, that's the way of the future.
25 seconds before the second break, Ms. Perry.
Well, again, I just can't stress enough where you need to have that new computer, or you need to have that newer or the latest software or the latest hardware out there available. And that's what it's going to boil down to. You're not going to get around anything.
Very good. And of course, let us take this second commercial break, and we'll be back with our audience following this short break. We're talking to Mr. Collier.